amazing vibes, and this is going to be a fragrance review. If you caught our live yesterday, we did do a Burlington haul. We talked about reaching 6,000 subscribers, my birthday, Juneteenth, everything all in one. Hopefully you guys were able to catch that. But I mentioned in that live that I was gonna go over a Middle Eastern fragrance that my brother introduced me to. I was gonna do a full review on it, and I told you guys this is one you definitely need to know about. So if you enjoy this type of content, go ahead and hit the notification bell, like, and subscribe. And let's get started. I do want to mention before I get into this fragrance, one of the fragrances that I did a review on was Lattafa's Honor and Glory. Guys, I smelled that all last night. I took a shower after that live. I went to bed. I was tired. It lasted a little bit longer than, we originally thought it would, but it was pretty fun. We definitely have to do that again. But guys, I smelled that fragrance all throughout the night, and it is still on my wrist. So that fragrance, the dry down, is definitely leaning masculine. So it's not something that I would prefer to wear on me, but I would love it on my husband. So overall, that is a long-lasting fragrance, and it's really good. So let's get into this new fragrance. My brother introduced this fragrance to me one day when I was visiting. I was supposed to do this review already, but it's something he looked up on his own, and he wanted my opinion on it because he knows I have this YouTube channel. So guys, I don't know anything about this company, not too much about the fragrance. I have to look this up to see the fragrance notes because I didn't know it until afterwards. But he was just like, I would just want your opinion on it. He's getting into fragrances and likes oud fragrances. He just wanted my honest opinion about it, and I was like, are you sure? Because I'm going to be 100% honest. You guys know in my videos, I tell you if I don't like something, I tell you if it smells disgusting, or I tell you like if I really love it. So he was like, yeah, I just want your honest opinion. This fragrance is called Oud Al Saud. I'm probably mispronouncing that, so forgive me if I am. But Oud Al Saud is probably one of the better ouds that I've ever smelled, and that's saying a lot. When it comes to America, I feel like a lot of people shy away from oud fragrances, but people are starting to get more into it, especially because it tends to be more long-lasting than other fragrance notes. If you aren't familiar with an oud fragrance notes, it tends to come off as woody, a little bit smoky, earthy, aromatic. So a lot of people shy away from it because it could be too much. And then you have those oversprayers where guys, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Oud is not one of those fragrance notes where you need to like overspray. It is strong enough. A little goes a long way. So a dab here, your wrist. Sometimes it's so strong where it's one of those fragrance notes where sprayed in the air and walk through it, just shimmy on through, right? This one, it didn't do all of that. Still a little bit goes a long way, but this one is a completely different oud. When I tell you it's different, it is different. For this brand, it's called Al Medina Perfumes. I'll tell you the fragrance notes and I'll tell you my thoughts about it. All right, so in the description, it says Oud Al Saud is a fragrance that exudes regal elegance and timeless sophistication, capturing the essence of Arabian luxury. This rich, opulent scent opens up with a deep, smoky allure of oud, intertwined with the earthy warmth of patchouli and the subtle sweetness of dark fruits. As it evolves, a heart of velvety rose emerges, adding a layer of refined sensuality, while a base of amber wraps the composition in a golden glow. Oud Al Saud is a scent fit for royalty, embodying the power, grace, and mystery of a sheik in Saudi Arabia. It isn't very specific. I am sure that there are other notes that are in there that is not listed, but it doesn't have many reviews on here. I don't think many people know about this, but the reviews it does have, they're 5 stars. They're 5 stars for a reason. All right, let me tell you my thoughts about this. When my brother first introduced it to me and I smelled it, I immediately thought, okay, I'm definitely picking up oud, but this is different because it smells golden. So when this is golden glow, I know that when people think of ambery, they think of very warm, a very in-your-face, warm ambery scent. But that's not what this one is technically giving. It smells bright. That's what I meant by like golden, that it smells golden. It definitely smells luxurious. So that ending description that they said, like a sheik in Saudi Arabia, like this smells like someone came from money. It smells luxurious. And I know that there's a lot of influencers that will be like, oh, this will get you folded in half or panty droppers. So I'm not doing all of that. But I will say that this will turn your head. Like, who's wearing that? Who smells good in here? And I would think that if you are thinking of royalty, imagine somebody, you're in a different country, some entourage walks up and it's a royal person. It's a king or something like that. I'm not talking about the British family royalty. I'm talking about another country, okay? I would think that this is what they smell like. Or if you're somewhere in the Middle East and like you are, let's say if you're in Dubai or something, right? And you're at some luxury spa, I would think that this is something that they would give men to like put on like as an oil or something that is gonna make them smell good. I think that every guy needs this in their collection. This smells really good. And like I said, a little bit goes a long way. So yes, the oud is there. It's not super earthy. It's not super smoky. It is there, but it has a bright sense to it, if that makes sense. And then when it mentions the dark fruits, it's not specific, but it is there. It is noticeable, and I like that mixture. I really, really do. I cannot pinpoint what fruit it smells like. It smells like fruits are in the process of being turned into wine or something. It literally smells like if the fruits are like soaking in some type of wine juices or whatever, and it's been sitting there and it smells like very strong, very potent, very good. So I definitely am getting that, and the mixture with the oud in there, the mixture with the brightness, it just has a luxurious scent to it where I feel like this is nice. It's probably, like I said, one of the better ouds that I've tried. So I know that Kayali came out with a whole oud collection where it was like a love-hate type of thing. Because like I said, oud I feel like is more popular in like Middle Eastern countries compared to here. But some people, like I said, are getting more into it. Those were in your face, like you put too much on, it's gonna choke you out. I feel like this one won't, but like I said, I'm not gonna deny that a little bit goes a long way. You can overdo it with this if you put too much on, just like with any oud fragrance. I think that this is better than that Kayali collection, to be honest. Like I said, I love the luxury feel that it gives. It smells like someone come from money. It smells like someone takes care of themselves, like they're clean. It smells very, very nice. So like I said, what gives off that difference is definitely the dark fruits, not the overpowering ness of the oud. Definitely that golden vibe to it. It's very nice. And as far as the rose is there. It's in the background though, but it's just overlapped by all those other fragrance notes that just mesh together very well and work together. I'm gonna put it right here so you guys can see the prices of it. Like I said, at least for any man that's watching this, or maybe for the woman that's shopping for their husband, significant other, whatever, definitely at least get a sample of this. This is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. This is not a PR packaging. Like I said, my brother ordered this completely on his own. I still don't know how he found out about this and just wanted my thoughts about it. So I really did enjoy this one. I think that whether you're into ouds or not into ouds, I feel like this should definitely be checked out because it's different. So anyways, that is my thoughts on Oud Al Saud. I feel like it has those 5-star reviews for a reason. Comment below if you've ever heard about this, if you've ever tried it on your own. Let me know in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Again, thank you guys for all the love and support that you guys have given us, all the happy birthdays. It really means so much to us, so thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed this review, and we'll do another live soon. By the way, my brother that introduced me to this fragrance does have his own YouTube channel if you are into gaming, Call of Duty. He plays online and they're pretty good videos to check out. So I'm going to put his channel in the description box. check him out, give him a little shout out, and tell him Amazing Buys sent you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, have fun, stay blessed, and happy shopping. Bye!